it has its moments, but on the whole, it's a very enjoyable experience. I mean, we have the whole of the downstairs and the back garden, and it's just dedicated to the kids. So we've now got our own little space upstairs now that we've done the garage, and it's fantastic. I mean, we work as a team, so she takes care of some things and I take care of other things, and it's just bouncing off each other. Like I said, it has its moments, but what job doesn't? I don't think it's something that any man thinks about. It's not something I thought about until my back went 2 years ago now, and then Leanne said to me, why don't you look at coming into childcare and working with me? It's easier on your back, it's easy enough to do, and it's easy enough to pick up. So I did it, and I'm really glad I did. But as for getting more men into it, I think possibly just appeal to them a bit more. I don't. It just, without trying to sound sexist, it seems like it's a woman-dominated sector.
Yeah, it is definitely.
And it's kind of like construction with men. It's more like a man's, if you get what I mean. But as long as they've sort of got an interest in it, I mean, just tell them to come and have a look. I mean, anybody that wants to come, they can come and have a look and see how we do it. It's nothing thing. I have a good rapport with the parents. I have good rapport with the fathers in particular, especially of other cultures who don't necessarily talk to the women. So they prefer to speak to the men, and I have a good rapport with both of our Muslim fathers, and it's quite good actually, because we can then use that to our advantage to get the best for the kids. So I think just possibly advertising it a bit more towards the male perspective. I think there's men out there that want to do it, they just don't know they want to do it. There is a bit of a difference in the way that the kids react to me. Generally, some of the kids, I mean, we've got one boy, and he's really happy that he's got a male role figure to look up to here, because he's obviously got his mum and dad at home, but I don't know, he gets on quite well. I get a good bit of banter with him and whatnot, and they do react differently, but generally it's pretty much the same. We have a laugh, we have a giggle, but at the end of the day, it's here for them to do what they need to do to move, to progress through the EYFS. Every parent's different. Generally we have a good understanding with the parents, and we get on with the parents. I mean, two of the children that we have on after school, they actually are friends with our kids, and we've had them over outside of work hours, and they've stayed over and our kids have stayed there, so we get on quite well with the mother. We have also had the problem parents where we've had to have that talk and give notice to them, but generally it's good. We have a good working relationship with the parents, and we always inform them of anything that's going off as well, so it's good.
Generally no problems.
One particular issue that we do have with the council is the parking out front, because it's a permit-based system. We've had one of our parents that's been ticketed, so it's maybe not necessarily in 5 years, but I would like to see a better understanding for those of us that work at home, that do have people come to your property, and there will be, because handing over a child is not a straightforward process. Sometimes it can take up to 20 minutes because the child may not settle, they may start crying, there may be vital information that the parent needs to pass over, and in that space of time, parking warden's been and slapped a ticket on your tape on your windscreen. So but I think better recognition as a whole for childminders, and them thinking that we're not actually just the kids aren't coming around and they're just staying at our house and we're not doing anything with them. We have to do exactly the same thing that a nursery does. We have to deliver the EYFS. I'm actually training to be qualified as doing my level 2 in childcare. So I'd like that myth that all childminders just sit at home with the kids in front of the television. I'd like that myth to be washed out sooner rather than later as well, because we do the same thing that they all do. We've got both experiences, you see, because Leanne used to do it for a profession, and she says she finds it a lot easier to do it from home because it's in her home. She can set the rules and the boundaries. She then knows where everything is because we live here. As for me, I just see it just makes it more comfortable to the kids because they're coming from a home, they're going to a home. So yeah, I think versus a nursery, I think a home childminding setting is actually better for the kids.